Hello and welcome back to Perseverance Part 2. On the last episode we decided whether we were going to hang out with Ellen or Bob. We chose Ellen because she was having a bad time. Now she's going to reveal some stuff to us. May as well see what it is, to be fair. But other than that, really, oh yeah, the officer and the military sergeant, they're just a pain to deal with. But anyway, may as well find out what we have. If you wasn't, would you like to tell me? Yes, I'm sure. Cool. Yes. Whatever it is, I'll help her, or at least she'll lay it on me. Seems to need it badly. You know, I have cancer. After my last chemo, it seemed to be okay, but the doctor called. Evening conversations with your doctor are not the most pleasant. Somehow, the good news can wait until the morning, but the bad ones, never. I feel so sorry for you. No, don't do this, not you. She reacted so vigorously, I'm not sure why. She clenches her hands into her fist and she shakes her head. She takes a big swig of beer. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Everybody takes pity, you know. Poor little Ellen, so clumsy and she has cancer. Either they take pity, or like this one, the idiot in uniform. Yeah, they use people. What? Yeah, they use people. Just don't be like that, okay? Or just leave me alone. Well, a walk seems like a passive-aggressive way to calm them down, but it'd be something that they need. Whereas drink probably might calm them down, or at least let the frustrations fly out, because it'll also end up badly. So I'm gonna save. Always save. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. So many save files. I'm on the 8th page. God. Anyway, I'd say get a drink. I think we should get a drink, right? I shouldn't, because of the meds. However, I ordered myself a large whiskey. Why not? She smiles wider. She reaches for a beer. I already know that this will not be a good night. Okay, even better than I could have guessed. I reach for a cigarette, the last one. Well, maybe it's better to wait. I want to drive her home, but she asked me to stay. I'm fine with that. I invite Ellen to the motel. She agrees and snuggles into me. She smells beautiful and makes me think of spring and peace. We finally get out in the fresh air. I'm taking her keys. She won't drive in this state. I steal a kiss and we head off to the motel. Okay, I see where this is going. Didn't expect this to go here, but I guess it did. My bad. My hand wanders to her thigh, and it can stay that way. I can come in, right? Well, I mean, we can't send you away, especially when you're, anyway. Save. Always save. I mean, do you want to, or you should? I mean, she wouldn't have said otherwise. Sure, Ellen, it will... She still goes into me, presses her fist into my chest. I know, Karen, I know. You don't think I'm easy, slutty? No, not at all. Besides, I wouldn't go any better myself, would I? She shakes my head and we walk inside. Hi, Sheriff. Yeah, she's in town. She stayed, as we agreed. Where? And with whom? My man followed her. Remember you're part of the deal? Do you want to answer a question with a question, Hal? She's with the local nurse. She's a sweet girl, but she's a failure. They're on a motel. Like I said, my man is keeping an eye on them. Can he be trusted, Hal? He wants to take my chair, but he'll do anything. I say. To some extent, yes. And then he will be redundant. And you're part of the deal? I'll get you that endorsement. Wait until fall, until the election. Two varying scenes back to back immediately. You're really beautiful, you know. She's stressed. I can feel it. Don't worry about anything. I won't be awkward, I promise. So do you do this a lot, Karen? Do you often have girls like me? What is the correct answer? That's dodging the question, answering a question with a question, and now I'm just asking this one's the truth. I would guess dodge. Be blunt, I guess. Answer the question with a question. Doesn't matter. Today is today, tomorrow will be tomorrow. That's just living it. She nods her head. I walk closer. Well, that's unexpected. I hug her tighter and then I toss her to the bed. I'm not gentle, but she still doesn't expect it either. I caress her, touching, kissing, the way I want to. In life and in bed, I'm always on top. Jesus. I was not expecting it from this game. We melt into one, into a long, passionate, and tender self. I see your eyes run away, hear her moan. She's alive, so pleasantly mine. Okay, cool. Finally, I sink into the mangled bedding, sorry. Ellen falls asleep, snuggling against me. Time for my last cigarette. I dress rapidly. I get out and get some fresh air. I reach for my lighter and see something that shouldn't be there. A tow truck from the sheriff's office. And someone who is behind the wheel. It looks like he's fallen asleep. Let's ask if he's comfortable. Why not? I knock on the window of the tow truck. Heart pounding out of rhythm. Out of ear rhythm. What's up? Are you comfortable sleeping here? What else do you want? Look, I'm here. I don't care. Get out of here, okay? Before he has time to answer me, another car from the sheriff's office pulls out of the parking lot. Behind the wheel? Yeah, that's her. Jill's face is drawn. She's annoyed, which I understand. Well, why is her guy not sleeping at home, but sitting under the motel where the newcomer is spending the night? And it's the one that rejected him. What are you doing here? You were supposed to come back. Sheriff. And her? It's out of my mind. How stupid I was. I should lock you up, moron. Already at Bob's station. Honestly, that's not Provoga. What's your point? You already know, Sunshine. Does Moran suspect that me and him, after everything that happened? Yeah, cool. I'm gonna ask why she... I guess I was too nice. Look, this guy's following me. I'm getting sick. Somebody should get him checked out. Following you. I didn't invite him. I think that's clear, right? I went in for a cigarette. And here's what I see. Brock, what the hell are you doing here? What is a round hill wrist, by the way? Okay. So, obviously it's a watch, but it looks like a flip phone's attached to it, to be fair. I said sheriff, but I won't say more. I look at him vigilantly. The sheriff told him to come here. Intriguing. Only one person might care to keep me here. I know he wanted to have my car taken away. The sheriff must be working with this Murphy guy. The chief scientist at the base. That explains why he goes here so often. Jill shakes his head in disdain or distaste. Gets in the car. Brock drives off too. I'm left alone. I have to buy a new pack of cigarettes in the morning. And I think I know what I should do next. Pay a visit to the military base. Just, how do I get there? A few hours to figure it out. First major mission from the agency. An opportunity to prove myself. Rather, to prove that this is long training and the pile of money that was put into me was not in vain. Fortunately, I know how much I'm worth. Time for a baptism of fire. Who do I get to remove? No one special, as it may seem. A drug baron, important in Chicago, but far from the leaders of the Mexican cartel. Although he tried to rule with a firm hand in the Windy City. Asleep he looks almost sweet. People have something about them that makes them look disarming when they're asleep. Self-defense mechanism? No matter, the cool barrel of lands against his temple. As I keep doing many times, I pull the trigger, but it doesn't work. Nothing but a crack. The firing pin hits the primer, and instead of the cough of the silencer pistol, there's a thud. Damn. Does this happen to happen right now? A misfire at a town like this? The door creaks. Is someone here? Impossible. I made sure to be alone after all. I turn around slowly. Are you the devil? The child takes a few steps towards me. I glance at the lying gangster. His eyes are open. Suddenly, everything turns upside down. I'm lying on the ground. We scramble, fighting over the gun. A shot is fired. Oh, did we hit the kids? I sit on the ground, against the wall of the parking lot. I can hear my heart shoveling as if it wants to burst out of my chest. I know this damn nightmare, remorse, will get me someday. And him? That would be easy. Go into my temple. Pull the trigger. But not today. I go back to Alan. Scared, sweaty, nervous, I hug her and fall asleep. She's so warm and pleasant. I wake up first, and she's still asleep. Even better, I'll spare us both the unpleasant or strange conversation. I get dressed, leave, and get my car back. And then Jane. I'll try to investigate the sheriff about his relationship with Murphy, with a PH. The military base? They don't know, and I know what they... Yeah. A real puzzle. I can't resist. I kiss Alan goodbye. I don't think we'll see each other again. And I leave. I reach for cigarettes, but I smoked the last one yesterday. Damn it. You're Murphy? With the Superman shirt? Fair enough. Hey, too. I raised my eyes. It's the guy from yesterday at the gas station. He holds out a cigarette pack. I told you I'd give it back, didn't I? I nod and then take one. I inhale with relish. My lungs damn need it. What are you doing here? Try to guess. What do I really know about him? Guy with a good car, bit scruffy, clearly interested in me. With my old hairy plates. Damn, I didn't figure it out before. I have to say something. Let's be upfront about it, I guess. It's you're Murphy. Yeah, I'm... Because who else would be interested in me? Since the sheriff worked with him, and he knew where I'd spend the night, and with who. All I had to do was tell him, which had to happen. Murphy ironically applauds me. 5 points for inquisitiveness, Miss Stamps. Fortunately, it won't help you. I'm stronger than you. It only takes a moment and he'll be on the ground. Then I'll take his car, But why is my head spinning so much? Did he lace the cigarettes? I don't doubt it, but after what was in your cigarette, you won't be able to take a step, little girl. I won. Deal with it. So did your predecessor. Dave. And I barely make contact at all. I know he's tying me up, touching me where he wants, drooling. I land in the backseat of a sedan, and nothing. Emptiness, darkness. Karen, what am I doing here? How did I get here? A cigarette, Murphy? Well, it's all now it's all clear. Somehow it makes sense. Much more sense. Shapes and swirls, names, voices, everything is vague, unclear. I lose myself. Again. I see faces of those I've killed, and most of all her. She looks at me. In her eyes I see emptiness, a bottomless pit. Are you the devil? Will she always be with me? Will she never let me go? If I were her. Rookie, initiation, the first task, the rite of passage. Especially important in the context of further work. Will I pass the ritual, prove myself trustworthy, or lose everything? I could wonder, I could speculate. But here it all becomes clear. In a few moments there will be no turning back. We'll see how much Karen Stamps is worth. I reach the place, a very expensive house. And as they say, the first mission has to be stolen. Execution. It's usually associated with mafia feuds. In this case, it's an order given by the agency which has ties to the government and the military. They work with ordinary methods and can be unreliable. My task very simple. A short job to take, which will take maybe a quarter of an hour. Eliminate the man who laughs in the face of justice. He sleeps unaware of the fate that awaits him. Don't give me another prompt, please. The cold barrel against his temple. God, man. And we're on page 9. Pull the trigger. Misfire. It happens. Don't curve the truth. No remorse. It's because I probably pulled the trigger several times, but that's an achievement. It's happens sometimes. But at a time like this, I croak a curse under my breath. The door creaks open. Is anyone else here? It's impossible, after all. I made sure to be alone. I turn around slowly. Are you the devil? I keep asking that. The child takes steps forwards towards me. I look at the lying gangster, who's awake. His eyes are open. Suddenly everything turns upside down and I'm lying on the ground. We scramble, fighting over my gun. A shot is fired. I don't know who pulled the trigger, me or him. Does it even matter? That's a yesin. The child falls dead. The bullet pierced her stomach, and she's still holding onto the teddy bear. I don't have to be a doctor to pass judgment. There's no chance of rescue. Are you the devil? Are you the devil? The world freezes. Karen. I regain my senses momentarily, snatch the gun and aim at the gangster again. But he's not looking at me. He's kneeling at his child. I pull the trigger. A quiet cough. All I have to do is fake the scene, make it look innocent, suicide. A drug dealer overdosed on his own product. He killed a child and crazed with despair, shot himself in the temple. A simple story, perfect for the newspaper, but clean. I report the task complete with problems, but I confirm the elimination of the target. Top is satisfied. The initiation went well. I know I have failed, but I still face the most important of all conversations. Dave, he was supposed to be there, but just as luck would have it, he didn't show up. I could have used his advice, since he was so willing to give it. I cursed in my mind, struggling like a fish out of water. He's tied me up. My head explodes with pain, terrible and hard to explain. Mixing my meds and drugs from Murphy isn't going to work out good for me. I keep drifting off, unable to focus on anything. Damn, I hate losing my mind. By driving through the woods, The guy is humming something, singing, but I still won't talk to him, even without this unfortunate gag. I know where we're going, to the base. Just why? What awaits me there? Jane was just a bait to keep me in town. He knew where I was from the beginning. He controlled my steps. Already from the entrance of town, from above station, he had control over me. He must have had a great time watching me. Like a fat cat watching a helpless mouse. It's time to show that this rodent can fight. We stopped. He was told him, still, little girl. We'll be home soon. Well, don't worry about anything. Just be polite. We'll talk later. I see you really want to talk. You must have a lot to tell me, huh? For sure, it'll be a memorable story. Can't wait for it already. You'll meet someone. I'm so glad you won't be alone. I'm frozen when I hear his laughter. Wretched combined with the chills that still run through me. I feel like I'm in hell. Familiar voice. I can't see much because of my position, but I can listen. I think it's going to work out for me. Hey friend, I'm back now. This early, Doctor? Is something else? Wait, is something else on that seat? Looks like he doesn't finish, but I can hear he's heavily surprised. You know, my friend, this is my business, important and secret. Can I count on your discretion? Please, Thomas. I know I've been exponentially rude, but prove yourself now. But this is against all regulations. You can't bring people into the military base like this. Didn't see it. Oh, never mind, Doc. Sure. Attaboy. I can definitely remember who to praise to Major Actual Road. That's the name. That's definitely a name. Damn idiot. Anyway. How did you get here so fast? I thought you had a longer pass. Maybe they'd take a looser approach to discipline issues. Never mind. The plan, Karen. Dave. What would Dave do? Focus. He wouldn't show up, to be fair. Thoughts tangle. Flee. Bevis laughter blends with the roar of the engine. I fall asleep again. Noise from outside arrives as the filtered through cotton wool. Okay, this is definitely an image. So that's Dave and that's us. I had a very simple task. Deliver stuff to Fred, take the cash and disappear. I could also flirt, maybe hook up with someone. Some extra cash, it could come in handy. I tried to avoid that though. These people weren't among the pleasant ones. A bar of those who make a living outside the system, are pretty good ones at that. Barely had time to sit in the doorway, a guy appeared completely out of step with the with the scene. Well dressed, but at the same time average. Those were the kind of people I was afraid of. In a few moments, he turned the bar of mobsters into a cooling pile of corpses. He would slow step his ways towards his move. With slow steps, he moved towards me. I watched the barrel as he held in his hand now, or his hand grow. Sorry. In an instant, I went from being a pretty chatty girl, familiar with the street life, to being a little kid again. I didn't want to die so badly. The heated barrel landed on my forehead. One more time, little one. I can't. Once again. He didn't kill me. Then he smiled and told me to follow him. He bought me a decent dinner and gave me something much better, himself. His teaching and advice. He became my mentor, someone I can trust implicitly. He showed me the code and offered me the path that he himself walked, a path not everyone can walk. Why was I chosen? He never told me that. I thought he spared me because of his own beliefs prevented him from killing someone innocent. I was the only survivor out of a dozen people. Dave was not human, not when it came to combat expertise. He wanted to improve me, okay. He tormented me with these exercises, his teachings. I became more than the messy street girl I used to be. I couldn't always stand it. He pushed me to my limits. believing that this is the only way that I can develop myself. Really, I can't do it. I don't have the energy. No one was ever born with it, little one. You're smaller, take advantage of that. Use your smarts. Attack. I measure the punch to surprise him. I strike him with my other fist. Dave knows how to predict that, as he always does. He puts exactly enough force into each of his blows to not destroy me, but make sure that I feel it. It hurts. Well, I felt that. That's good. I'll never make it, never. Everything takes time. If you can't take a punch, you won't make it. Half of the job is getting hit. Always. You need to know what a battered-bodied feels like. Oh, okay, and that's disgusting. Hello, doll. You okay? How's your head? Does it hurt? You might want some powder. I can make sure... I'm sure you can find something. You know. I have a lot of medicine here. Damn, this wasn't a dream. I can't move too much. And the sweet girl. Instead... I thought this was a rescue mission. Turns out he's the bad guy. Okay. The warehouse. The warehouse. It's probably somewhere in the lab complex. I'm sitting in a damn torture room. At least as long as I'm tied with the chair. Tightly clasped hands behind my back. Legs. Can't escape now. I can see that. That's good. That's good. Because I may need you, doll. How did you get here, huh? By a car? Let me out. This is your end. You're sick. What are you doing here? The thing about it, we tell them the truth. He thinks we're lying. We get tortured. We threaten him. We get tortured out to teach manners. So I guess the best thing to do is to be civil, but tell him nothing. What are you doing here? In this magnificent laboratory? Well, I guess what? Let's see who the agency sent. And what a toy I have at my disposal. So Karen, what can you expect from me? The question isn't that difficult at all. Cool, I'm gonna save again, and always save. You're unexpected. The answer seems obvious. Jane, escape, trackers, mad scientist. I can't see the whole puzzle, but these puzzles already are showing a pretty big piece. Secret research and experiments. I don't know what kind of stuff, but it must be something big. On people. Well done. You're doing better than that guy before you. There's progress. Am I being honored as a better agent? What? I'm being honored as a better... Are you an agent? Since you did a good job, you have the right to ask a question. I hate this guy. Who do you have? Because if we... Well, because we know what the plan is. Well, we don't need to know what the plan is. But you are mentioning someone else. Who have you kidnapped? Who do you have? Great question. Do you care that much about your friends? Let me think. This agent is such an inconspicuous guy. He looks like Mr. Nobody. You don't pay much attention to him. We had a very nice conversation at the bar until he suddenly went to sleep. He drank something that harmed him. And it still does. Who is it? What's his name? He said his name was Dave, but who would believe a spy that... What? Wait, who would believe a spy there, huh? They lie because of their sort of duty, right? So they do have Dave, okay. Oh crap. He's been to Grayville the whole time? So close and yet. Damn Karen. He's still your former mentor. Doesn't change everything. Did he show up because of... Oh, wait, did he show up because he's close? Because I could only actually sense him. Come back, Karen. What? A supernatural force? I feel a slight prick, a needle poking my neck. I don't know what he injected me with, but I feel like a rag doll. He unties me from the chair, puts me in a backrest and rope thrown around my neck. With extreme difficulty, I keep my balance. I can feel the sweat running down my back. I drift away and regain my senses, alternatively, balancing on the edge of what I'm seeing right now. Let's hope it's a figment of my imagination. I'm drifting off to sleep again. A nightmare? I see him. I've got him in my crosshair right now. Did you take into the wind account? Did you take the wind into an account, sorry? The fallout of the bullet? Yes, obviously. Shoot! The bullet thuds perfectly into the target, the center of the shield hanging a few hundred feet away from the end of the skyscraper. It's that simple, Dave. So why do I have to fight? I can take anyone down that way. You can, but it's not an achievement. You have to show respect. Remember the code. How could I forget the lessons he instilled in me? The lessons that I've carved so deeply into my brain. I think with that, we'll have to call it there. That is an interesting 30 minutes, I guess. I wonder how this is going to end. Because usually, well, at least part 1 didn't even make it this far, this long. So maybe it'll end soon. But hopefully I can see the next one. With that, goodbye.